Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Chakram, Sri Yantram. The Sthula Rupam of Sri Yantram is this Shariram as well as this Prapancham. Everything in the Prapancham is made of the Sri Chakram. Constant. Sri Chakram is a constant in the creation. எப்படி சொல்லணும்? For example, you take a radius of a circle or area of a circle. Area of circle is pi r square. Pi is a constant. R varies. According to the R, it can be a small circle or it can be a big circle. Radius eppadi irukko adukku etha madri perusu chinnadanu maarum. It's according to the radius. That is variable. But this pi is constant. Whatever be the radius, multiply that with pi. That is how it is. The entire creation, the Sthula Rupam is Sri Chakram. Okay, that is clear. Then we went to the subtle aspect of the Sri Chakram. That is mind. Because mind is the one that says, this is world, this is you, this is I, this is a machine, this is a TV, this is a painting. All these things the mind says, because it receives that information from all the indriyas. Enna namakku vandu nariya preconceived notions are there. Illaya? Because logic oriented illaya namballa. We are all logic oriented people. So we have that preconceived notions. Already we have established it in our mind. Whether we get it through indriyas or hearsay, whatever it is, we have got those notions in our head. So we form an opinion before even we look at it. We are so judgmental in everything. Right? No, இப்போ எல்லா இந்த காலத்து குழந்தைகள் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப அக்ரி பண்ணிப்பா. You are all judgmental அப்படின்பா. No? All these kids nowadays they will agree because they all feel we judge everything. Ultimately, when they come to our age, they also keep judging it. They don't do anything different. Okay, so the mind is something that gives you that kind of. So they say subtle aspect of Sri Chakram may be mind. Maybe no, it is mind. Because mind is the one, it tells you this is this world, this is this. When you see we are having monkey problems here in our place. So when you look at this is monkey, what it says. All these things are told by the mind. These are all the notions the mind has already stored in its head. So then you go little deeper. In the Bindu Sthanathil irke, this Sri Chakrathanoடைய Bindu, it is Shiva Shakti Swarupam. It is pure Brahman. Brahman in its pure self. There is no, a tinge of even impurity there. There is pure Brahman, pristine. Right? Can the pure Brahman be approached with impure mind? நம்ம மனசுல அத்தனை அழுக்கு. இந்த அழுக்கோடு can we approach that Brahman? That is so pure. When we will be able to realize it? When this also become pure. பாலோட பால் சேர்த்தா you have to have the same density to mix, then there will be no difference in the density. If you pour water into milk, you are diluting it. Right? It is like that. We have to be that pure to reach it. So, Sri Chakram means the purity of mind. Purity of mind happens when the mind turns inward. இந்திரியங்கள் எப்பவும் வெளியில தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கும். வெளியில இருக்கிற சமாச்சாரம், all the external things, all the outward things. So இந்திரியங்களை அப்படியே நம்ம மனசுக்குள்ள you turn it towards yourself, inner self. That is when the mind gets purified. So the subtlest meaning of what it conveys, Sri Chakram, it conveys you pure your mind. Every day when you look at Sri Chakram, you have to think, we have to purify our mind. Keep purifying it. That is the reason we say the namas. Any nama. எந்த நாமாவும் குறைச்சல் வஸ்தி கிடையாது. Everything is the same. Vishnu Sahasranamam தான் படிக்க மாட்டேன், Lalita Sahasranamam படிப்பேன்னு. No, there's nothing in like that. Or I will read only Vishnu Sahasranamam, or I will not read. No. Everything conveys the same. Whatever you feel you are able to connect to, you can do it. You have to make that connect. அதுதான் முக்கியம். எதை சொல்லி கனெக்ஷன் வருதுன்னு இல்லை. That connect is important. Right? So the purity of mind is something that Sri Chakram reminds us every day. Inward purity is very, very important. Shuddha manasa அப்படின்னு அம்பாள் சொல்றோம். But Sri Yantra, you have got 9 avarnas. Even the bindu is an avarna. 8 avarna konangala irukku. 9th avarna is the bindu. So 9 avarnas are there. There are 98 devatas in that. Total 98 devatas in Sri Chakram. These 98 devatas, எங்க சுவாமிகள் சொல்வார், my Gurunadhar, he used to say, Sri Chakram is like a volcano. It's like a volcano because these 98 devatas are fire there. They are all energy points and they are like fire. That kind of energy it comes out. அப்போ பார்த்தா பெரிய ஒரிமலையாட்டா இருக்கும். அதனால தான் ஜாகிரதையா பண்ணுங்க. ஸ்ரீ சக்கரத்துக்கு சட்டுன்னு எல்லாரும் நவாவரணம் பண்ணணும்னா you can't do, everybody cannot do நவாவரணம். You don't need to do it. What I am saying here is you don't need to do it. That is not the only way. That is what I keep telling that. That is not the only way. Only it can satisfy your ego, like, I'm sitting for so many hours to do the puja, but nothing else. If the mind has to stay there, it can stay there without even navavarna. Can be fixed on that, no? So the energy points, this 98 energy points in the Sri Chakram makes it very, very powerful. So each place we call them as yoginis. We call them as yoginis. We have to understand, like, the bindu is Kameshwara, Kameshwari. Kameshwaram Kameshwara is the aspect of Brahman which is pure. Like, Prakasha Brahman nu solrom. Nirguna Brahman, Prakasha Brahman. Kameshwari in that Lalita Ambika inu nama solradhu. Kameshwari inu nama solradhu. It is the Vimarsha aspect of the Parabrahma. அது தனி கிடையாது. There's a Shakti of the Parabrahman. There's a consciousness of the Parabrahman that is come out. So together, what happens initially when the Brahman is there? Brahman is there. We don't get to know anything from the Brahman. Brahman comes down a bit and shows different aspects of it. One is its Prakasha Rupam, the other is his Vimarsha Shakti, his energy point. When it shows, like, then we understand, okay, this Shakti is embedded in the Brahman. It is not separate. The energy or Shakti is within that Brahman. So that is the reason when we say that, and the Bindula, Shiva in that Kameshwaran in that denotes consciousness. And Shakti in that denotes energy aspect of it. இது ரெண்டும் தான் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அவருடைய energy is not someone else's energy, his energy. When we sleep and get up, we are in the high energy. In the night, the lowest point. Like the energy drops down as we work. Like that, his energy is what Shakti is. These two are seen together in the Bindu. The Bindu மேல இருக்கிறதுல இதுல இது ரெண்டு பேரும் இருக்கா. அதுலேருந்து இந்த 8 ஆவரணம்ஸ் ஆர் எக்ஸ்பேண்டிங். இப்போ இன்னொன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Expansion happens only because of Shakti, not because of Shiva. Shiva மாறுதல் அடையாத பிரம்மம். எந்த மாறுதலும் அதுக்கு வராது. There will be no change in that. Change cannot happen in Parabrahman. Parabrahman is standstill. Change can happen only with its Shakti. Change can happen only with its Shakti. And that is the reason the 8 avaranas that come down are the expansion of Shakti herself. Expansion நடக்கிறது வந்து சக்தியினால் தான் நடக்கிறது. சிவானால நடக்கிறது கிடையாது. So கிரியேஷன் நடக்கிறச்சே அந்த கான்ஷியஸ்னஸ் வேணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ சிவாங்கிறது கான்ஷியஸ்னஸ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ங்கிறதுனால கிரியேஷன் happens because of Shiva, expansion happens because of Shakti. இந்த ரெண்டு டிஸ்டிங்க்டா வச்சுக்கோ. Creation happens because of Shiva, expansion happens because of Shakti. And the expansion leads to evolution of things, modifications that happens. All these things happen because of Shakti aspect. So the creation aspect, it comes Shiva Shakti Aikya Rupam nalo, Shiva's dominance is much more there. Shiva is present in the expansion, but he is dormant in this as a witness. Manas Sakshingrome. Sakshiya than irukku. He is just a Sakshi to what happens, the changes that are happening. But he never involves himself with the change because he is a constant factor. She is a dynamic factor, so she keeps changing. He is a constant factor and he never changes. So his presence is there in the expansion, but only as a witness. So the 8 ஆவரணங்கள், we call it happens because of Shakti. Understand? இப்போ வந்து there are 2 texts, more or less similar text. Now we are dealing with Khadgamala. There is a similar text, content is the same. Sahasrakshara Vidya. Sahasrakshara means 1000 akshara that Vidya has got. That also has the same content. That also has the same content as Khadgamala. What is the difference between these two? When you look at the difference, Sahasrakshara Vidya comes in Lalitopakhyanam. Lalitopakhyanatile, Lord Hayagriva tells Agastya. Lalitopakhyanam is imparted to Agastya by Lord Hayagriva. He is the one who tells, எப்போ சொல்றார் அப்படின்னா, the timing of that is post the battle of Bandasura. Bandasura vadamalla ஆயிடுறது. Lalitambika is seated in all her glory. All the celestials come and worship her because she has only saved them from this demon. That time Hayagriva recites this. That is Sahasrakshara Vidya. Sahasrakshara Vidya is in Lalitopakhyanam, recited by Hayagriva, Lord Hayagriva. வெறும் ஹயக்ரீவர்னு சொல்லப்படாது, லார்ட் ஹயக்ரீவர். ஏன்னா தெய்வம், பெருமானோட அவதாரம், மகாவிஷ்ணுவோட அவதாரம், ஞானத்தினுடைய பிரதிமானம். இஸ் த பர்சானிஃபிகேஷன் ஆஃப் நாலேஜ். ஸோ லார்ட் ஹயக்ரீவா அம்பாளை பார்த்து பிரேஸ் பண்றார். The whole format is like a stuti it is, stotram it is. அதனால என்ன பண்றாருன்னா, the text, the Avarana Devatas text both are same, Khadgamala and Sahasrakshara Vidya. Post this Avarana Devatas, he recites few verses. In the sense, in those things what happens, like there are 4 amnaya அப்படின்னா path, it is called path. இப்போ ஸ்ரீ சக்கரம் இருக்குன்னா there are 4 entrance to that. அந்த 4 entrance அப்படின்னா, ஒரு கிழக்குல ஈஸ்டர்ன் சைடு இஸ் ரிக்வேதம், அப்புறம் யஜுர்வேதம், அப்புறம் சாமவேதம், அப்புறம் அதர்வண வேதம். இந்த 4 வேதங்கள் 4 entrance. They are called ஆம்னாய, பூர்வாம்னாய, தட்சிணாம்னாய, பশ্চিமாம்னாய, உத்தராம்னாய. 4 ஆம்னாய தேவதாஸ். There is a mention about ஆம்னாய தேவதாஸ், நவாக்ஷரி, கௌலம், all these things in that Lalitopakyam. He says, he calls her in different names like that. You are reached like this, like towards, after completing the Avarana Devatas names, he goes on to say, like, Amnaya Devat, you can be reached through Amnaya, different Amnaya, and you are the Navakshari. He's praising her in different ways. And he also mentions the 12 great Srividya Upasakas. There are 12 great Srividya Upasakas, starting from Shiva. Shiva is the first Srividya Upasaka. Ishvara Bhattaraka. There are 3 Bhattarakas, normally we say, like, celestials. There is one from celestial, there is one from Rishis, Siddhas, Rishis, and the third one is from humans, Manava. So, amongst the celestials, Shiva is the Shiva Bhattarika. Amongst the Rishi, Durvasa is Krodha Bhattaraka. Durvasa Rishi is called Krodha Bhattaraka. And Manushyathula Kalidashanukku dhaan kuduthirukkaru. Kalidashan is called Sringara Bhattaraka. These 3 are like, they are kind of superior. Kalidasan doesn't come under the 12 great sadhakas. There are these 12 celestials and Agastya, Rishis, all those people, they come, 12 people are there. So there is a mention about these 12 upasakas in that, and it is more like a stuti, stotram, praising her after her victory over Bandasura. The next, what is the difference here? Khadgamala. Khadgamala is the format is that. Khadgamala, the main thing is it is used for Japam. Japam oda format eppadi irukuna? How is the format? First you have to say Rishi Kara Angan Nyasam. 3 Nyasam pananum. The one who has written that, authored that, Rishi, yanda Chandasla ezhudirka, yanda Devate, why you are doing the Japam. This is Rishi Nyasam. Kara Nyasam is the all the fingers, Karanyasam. Anganyasam is the 6 angas, Shadanga. Idellam sollittu, then you have to do the Dhyana Slokam, then you have to do the Panchabhuta Layanga Puja, Panchabhuta Lam Pradvatmika Yena, that 5 puja we had, Panchabhuta Puja, that one we have to do. And then you have to recite this. And endla thirumbiyum enna pannuna, if Falashruti is not there, you don't need, you have to go back again and do it in the reverse order. You have to do the Anganyasam, and then Dhyanam, and the Panchabodha Seva, and then Japa Samarpanam. This is the format that of a Japam. Falashruti is there, then you don't need to do the end, whatever comes. You can, like, continue with the Falashruti. This one comes with that format. Khadgamala has got Rishikara Anganyasam, First Sri Devi Prarthana, then Rishikara Anganyasam, and then you have the Dhyana Slokam of Devi, and then Panchabodha. Then starts the slokam. I mean the Navavarana Devatas. Avarana Devatas, you start. And once you finish that, you go to the Palastruti of that. You complete with the Palastruti in this. The format is like this. So this is in the Japam format. So Lalitopakyanam, we saw that it was in part of Sahasrakshara Vidya was part of Lalitopakyanam. This one is a part of Vamakeshwara Tantram. Khadgamala comes in the tantric format. Vamakeshwara Tantram. You know that Shiva has made all the 64 Tantram. Chatusashya Tantrai, Sakhalamadi Sandhaya Bhavanam, Siddhastardha Siddhis, Prasava Paratantrai, Pashupati. Shiva made the 64 Tantram for the benefit of this world. He was the one who created. He was the author of all the 64 Tantras. The Tantras are in the format like Shiva talking to Shakti as a student. அதாவது தந்திரங்கள் எல்லாம் அம்பாளை பத்தி இருக்கு. All the tantras, she is the presiding deity of all the tantras. Shiva created it and imparts that to Shakti. This is a conversation between Shiva and Shakti. It is all the tantrams are like that. So this comes in Vamakeshwara Tantra. And the format is like a conversation between Shiva and Shakti. And the Palastruti, it is given. We have to understand only one thing in this. Because there is no Palastruti in Sahasrakshara Vidya, it means you don't gain anything. No, it is not like that. Just reciting the names of the Avarana Devatas bring in the same benefits. Whatever Palastruti he has mentioned here in this Khadgamala, the same benefits you get it when you recite Sahasrakshara Vidya. There is no difference in that. Because sometimes when you put the same ingredients is used in different ways, the outcome is going to be the same. It is going to be a sweet. If you say kallamavum neyyum chakkarayum pottomna, besan laddu banane ka hai to, then besan you put and then sugar and ghee. If you are going to make bundi laddu also, you are putting the same in this thing. It is going to be the sweet and it is going to taste good. In the same way, though it comes in two different, because the content is the same, reciting the Devatas, Avarana Devatas bring in that much of benefits. There is nothing they have not covered as benefits whatever they have covered. From normal fever to Pichara karmas and to the blessing of receiving Panchadasakshari and ultimately realizing what is Shiva, what is the Brahma. To that extent it just varies. That is why it is so important. That's why it's so important. So, interestingly, if you see in this Khadgamala, the Nyasam is done, Karanyasam and Anganyasam is done with Sri Vidya Panchadashi. Sri Vidya Panchadashi, so those days we understand probably only those who were initiated into Sri Vidya were doing it. Not everybody, but now we just delete Karanyasam, Anganyasam and we are doing the Dhyanam and we are proceeding with that. If you have to do Karanyasam, Anganyasam, everything, proper Japam, then you have to be initiated into Sri Vidya. That is one thing. And one more thing, one thing that's just struck me, this is all Avarana Devatas. We are talking about the Yantram, Shri Yantram. But Nyasam is done with the mantra, Panchadashi. Both are same. Yantram and mantram are the same. So, that is how probably they were saying, like, it is on to the same Devata we are addressing. We are not addressing anyone else. Be it Yantram or be it Panchadashi. It is all the same. It is the same Devata you are addressing. Khadgam. Khadgam means sword. Katti. Vaal. Katti kuda kadayadu. It is sword. The sword that you can see it in Kali's hand, no? It's a sword. Normally to use it only to chop off your head, no? Khadgamala. It is mala of swords. I talked about all those things, like from fever to the Panchadashi mantra, Abhichara karmas, and Durdevatigal. There are so many negative energies also there. Durdevatas are there. The effect of these devatas on us. We want to get remedy from that, so we ask for her sword. நீ கத்தி கொடு, இதெல்லாம் போகணும், வாழ் எனக்கு வேணும். I just want that sword to wipe away all these miseries that I face in this world. I think these are not the only miseries. There are worse enemies to us than these smaller enemies. They are our anger, they are krodham, they are jealousy, they are the most, to top it all, is our ego. Ego தானே மேல நிக்கிறது. நான். That ego, we need sword for even that. That is the reason this is called Shuddha Shakti Mala. Shuddha Shakti Mala. This is to purify yourself. We are asking for her sword. Mama Khadga Siddhyarthe. Give me that sword. இதை நான் சொல்றேன். I need that sword. Give me that. Mama Khadga Sarvabhishta Siddhyarthe. Ella desires, fulfill all the desires. He doesn't specifically say this is the one or that is the one. It fulfills all kinds of desires. It relieves you from all miseries. When you are in deep trouble, recite. When you are facing the worst enemy, recite. When you are very, very sick, recite. Jaram, when you have fever, high fever, if you recite Vishnu Sahasranamam, it will come down. True. 100% true. The power of the namas are such. That is the reason when someone is sick, even if they are not able to recite, put Vishnu Sahasranamam next to them. That sound, that wave that it creates, that atmosphere it creates, Rudram or Vishnu Sahasranamam. You have to put on that sound wave that it creates, will soothe them. When they are very sick, either Vishnu Sahasranamam you have to put, or you have to put Rudram. The vibration that they create, the namas have got that kind of power. We don't realize that. So that way, this is Shuddha Shakti Mala. This is only mainly to purify yourself, which is the most important thing for taking a human birth. ஒரு மனுஷனா பிறந்த அரிது மானிடராவது பிறத்தல் அரிது. It is the rarest of rare janma you have taken, a birth of a human being. So work towards purifying yourself. Work towards purifying yourself from inside. That is what it is. That is what it means. அதனால சாஸ்திராட்சர வித்யால அந்த மந்திரம் பலஸ்ருதி இல்லைங்கிறதுனால, it is not that you will not reap those benefits. You will reap the benefits just for saying those names of the 98 devatas. That gives the benefit that whatever is meant for. Now we move on to the Stotram itself. As I told you, you can keep it ready, the book or whatever you have. No, she has got. I have sent it to her. Irka ready irka? Okay. நான் சொல்றதை repeat பண்ணுவோம். Then we will Shri Devi Prarthana. First, should I explain the meaning and you repeat, or first once you repeat and then I go on to explain the meaning? How it is comfortable, guys?
I think we'll repeat and then you wait.
Okay. Once repeat one. Okay. Hrimkarasana Garbhidhana Lasikam. Garbhidhana Garbhidhana Lasikam. Third ka Lasikam. Lashikam. Hrimkarasana. Repeat. Hrimkarasana Garbhidhana Lashikam. Sauh Clean Kalam. Sauh. See what happens is Sauh, there is a visargam there. You cannot say full Sauh Clean Kalam.
Sauh Clean Kalam
Bibrathim. Bha, first ba is third ba, and Bibrathim. Sauh Clean Kalam Bibrathim.
Sauh Clean Kalam Bibrathim.
Sauvarnambara Dharinim. Dharinim. Sauvarnambara Dharinim. Varasudha Dhautam. Varasudha Dhautam. Trilochanam. Trinetrojvalam. One more time. First we will do the 2 lines. Hrimkarasana Garbhidhana Lashikam. Sauh Clean Kalam Bibrathim. Sauvarnambara Dharinim. Varasudha Dhautam. Trinetrojvalam. Vande Pustaka Pashankushadharam. Srakbhushitam Ujvalam. Sorry about the disturbance. Vande Pustaka
Vande Pustaka
Pashamankushadharam
Asham Ankushadharam
Vande Pustaka
Vande Pustaka
Pashamankushadharam
Asham Ankushadharam
Srat Bhushitam Ujjvalam
Shradbhushitam Ujjvalam
Tvam Gaurim
Tvam Gaurim
Tripuram
Tripuram
Parat Parakalam
Parat Parakalam
Shri Chakra Sancharinim
Shri Chakra Sancharini
Tvam Gaurim
Tvam Gaurim
Tripuram
Tripuram
Parat Parakalam
Parat Parakalam
Shri Chakra Sancharinim.
Shri Chakra Sancharini.
Last two lines one more time you will say. Vande Pustaka Pashamankushadharam
Vande Pustaka Pashamankushadharam
Srat Bhushitam Ujjvalam
Shradbhushitam Ujjvalam
Tvam Gaurim
Tvam Gaurim
Tripuram
Tripuram
Parat Parakalam
Parat Parakalam
Shri Chakra Sancharinim.
Shri Chakra Sancharini. I think whole house current is gone.
Current is gone. No problem.
You want me to check the thing?
No.
Generator.
Generator is getting. No problem. We will just continue with that. Now at least like first we have to now see the meaning. Okay. Vande, I worship. Vande, the third line. La Vande Pustaka Pashamankushadharam. Vande, first word is Vande, I worship. Whom I worship? Hrimkarasana Garbhithana Lashikam. Hrimkarasana, the one who is seated in the triangle Hrim. Hrim is a triangle. Hrim is also called Maya Bijam. Hrim. Hrim is called a Maya Bijam because it is neither, it represents a female nor a male. Ha stands for Shiva. Ra stands for Agni. Yim is the Karmakala Rupam of Ambal. Yim. Hrim. So, Shiva Shakti Agniyodu சேர்ந்து the Srishti happens because of them. Srishti happens because of Agni, through Agni. That is why we go back to Agni. Agni has the only thing that has the capacity to bring everything to ashes. Not other Panchabhutam. Kaathu veham adichana samanala odayum, but you can see at least some part of the saman. Right? If there is a flood, everything gets washed away. But there is, you can say this must have been a table or this must have been this. Can you say the same thing about fire? No. It is all just ashes. Yena Agni Arambam. Adnal Agni la poi it all gets back to Agni. So Hrim is the Bijam, which is Shiva, Shakti and Agni. Because it cannot be called as neither male nor female, it is called Maya Bijam. The triangle is always like Kamakala la namba peshirkom. Kamakala, when I was talking about Kamakala, we say that 3 dots on top in a triangle form and down there is an inverted triangle. Kamakala form is that. 3 dots on top. Top one is the sun and the bottom one is Agni, one is moon. And there is this inverted triangle which is Hrim, which is Maya, through which the entire creation happens. Brahma Yoni. It is called Brahma Yoni. And it comes through Maya. That is the reason we don't know what is real. Maya kattupattu ellarum. So this is Hrimkarasana Garbhithana Lasikam. The Hrim, what happens? This is a triangle. And she holds all the triads in her. If you see, like, everything is 3-3. Past, present, future. Triguna. Everything is 3-3. So all the triads she is holding. And it is getting expanded. Hrimkarasana Garbhithana. Hrim Garbha, there is a nama in Lalita Trishati, Hrim Garbha. Hrimkarasana Garbhithana Lashika. She is seated. And there is one more thing about this inverted triangle on which the Bindu is seated, this inverted triangle. That is why this inverted triangle on top is so important. Because Bindu is seated on that. The expansion, when it happens, the 3 corners of the triangle are Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rudra. Even when we do the Navavarna Puja, Brahma Atma Sakti, Vaishnu Atma Sakti, Rudra Atma Shakti. These 3 are the Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and 3 are also Gurus. The Gurus have given that kind of a place like the Trinity in Sri Vidya Upasana. குருங்கிறது அவ்வளோ பெரிய விஷயம் அங்க மேல அந்த 3 கார்னர்ல அவ இருக்கா. The 3 corners of the triangle, they are that inverted triangle, 3 corners. So Hrim means that triangle. Inverted triangle is, so she is seated on that Hrim. Hrimkarasana Garbhithana Lashika. Then we come to the next one. Sau Klim Kalam Bipratim. Sau Klim Kalam Bipratim. Kala means part. Kala means parts. So she is seen with 2 kalas. Sau one side, Klim one side. Sau represents, I have told you, the Panchadashi has got 3 kodam: Vagbhava kodam, Madhya kodam, and Shakti kodam. Vagbhava kodam, Kamaraja kodam, they also say that, Kamaraja kodam and Shakti kodam. Vagbhava kodam, Bijam is Aim. Kamaraja kodam, Bijam is Klim. And the third, Shakti kodam, Bijam is Sau. These 3 kodam represent Srishti, Sthiti and Samhara. Vagbhava Kotam represents Srishti, Kamaraja Kotam represents Sthiti, and Sau represents Samhara. Now she has got 2 parts with her. She is the personification of knowledge. So, and the creation has already started. She has got Sthiti and Samharam with her. Sauhu and Klim. Sauhu is Samharam. Klim is the desire. Kama Rupini. Icha Shakti. So she has got both with her. Sau, Klim, Kalam. We have to understand, we all come with an expiry date. The entire Prapancham, that is why she has got both. Srishti Pandrachiye, production anga aharchi, expiry date pottudra. The entire prapancham comes with an expiry date. Sau, Klim, Kalam, Bibhradim. She is seen with that. Klim Garda, I told, it denotes desire. Sau denotes the crescent moon she is adorning on her head. Sau denotes the crescent moon in her makuta. So we can understand by this, like, she is seen with the crescent moon in her mukutam with so much of desire, Ichha Shakti, Ichha Rupam. She is full of desire. She's come with that.
Samhara Shakti, no?
Sau is Samhara Shakti, that is the moon, that represents the moon in her mukutam. And Klaim is Ichha Shakti, which represents her desire. So, Sau, Klaim, Kalam. See, these two are with her. She is seen with the moon in her mukutam. And she is seen with full of desire in her characters. Those two are there with her. Sau, Klaim, Kalam. How she appears to you with the moon with desire. These two are her characteristics. Sauvarnambara dharini. Ambara means cloth. Not silk. Ambaram means just cloth. Any cloth is ambaram. So, Sauvarnambara means jari pota cloth. Golden jari cloth. That sari that she is wearing is with golden jari. Sauvarnambara dharini. She is wearing that. You can say it as golden color sari or golden jari sari, anything. Like it is connected with something golden. Varasudha dhautam. Dhauta means on the white color. Dhauta. Sudha dhautam. Sudha means, milk is also called sudha. Milky white complexion. They even say Sudha can also be said as moon. Moonlight-like complexion. Her complexion is avaloda complexion பார்த்தா அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. Moon, milky white complexion. Varasudha dhautam. Trinethrojvalam. She has the 3 eyes. Ujvalam, shining 3 eyes. Trinethrojvalam. வந்தேவ நம்ம முன்னாடியே சொல்லிட்டோம். அதனால புஸ்தக பாஷம் அங்குஷதராம். புஸ்தகம் இருக்கு. You have to see, the Prarthana here says, doesn't talk about Lalitambika holding Pasham, Ankusham and the Bhanam and bow. Here, Pustakam, she is holding book. Pasham Ankusham irukku. Pasham Ankushadaram, Sragbhushitam Ujvalam. Srag means male, not garland. The rosary male. But here you have to say Sragbhushitam Ujvalam. Shining gems, the gems are like mala. She is not having ordinary japamala. The gems mala it is. Her japamala is made of gems, gemstones. Mahashorsiyoda Dhyana slokathila Manikyasha Srujavaram Manimayi. Our kaiyila vechirukra mala epdina, it is the mala of gems. Manikyasha Srujavaram. All the gemstones are all tied around in one. Manikyasha Srujavaram Manimayi. What she is holding. In the same way, here also they are saying Sragbhushitam Ujvalam. Shining gemstones as her japamala. Tvam Gauri. Gauri Deha Samudbhavam. And the ஜொலிக்கிறது, தங்கமா ஜொலிக்கிறது அவளோட தேகம். துவாம் கௌரி. You are like, the whole thing is shining so much like Tvam Gaurim. Tripuram, you are the Ishwari of all the worlds, all the three worlds. Tripuram. Parat Parakalam. Whatever goodness you can remember, all that goodness. Alaganna Alagan. Lavanyamna Lavanyam. She's beautiful, she's elegant, whatever the best you can describe. Parat Parakalam. Shri Chakra Sancharini. She keeps moving around in the Shri Chakra. Sancharam panninde irukka Shri Chakradale. She doesn't stay in. She keeps moving around in, because all the devatas, the 98 devatas we say, are her. From her only they came. They are like her. She is in the form of these devatas. So when they are in the 98 positions, she is in the 98 positions. It is like that. That's why we say Shri Chakra Sancharini. She keeps moving around in Shri Chakra. We will go through this one time. We will go through the Prarthana. Hrimkarasana Garbhithana Lashikam Sau Klim Kalam Bibrathim Sauvarnam Bharadharinim Varasudha Dhautam Trinetrojvalam Vande Pustaha Pashamankushadharam Sragbhushitam Ujvalam Tvam Gaurim Tripuram Parat Parakalam Shri Chakra Sancharini. Got it? So the next comes, like after the Prarthana, we say the Rishi Nyasam. Interestingly, the Rishi of this Suddha Shakti Mala Mahamantram is the rising sun from the ocean called Shakti. Shakti is compared to an ocean. The rising sun, Arunaditya. Rising sun has got that golden hue, no? That orange saffron, reddish. That he is not the sun in the afternoon, but the rising sun is the Rishi for this. Of course, it is Gayatri Chandas and all those things. That is. Should we do the Dhyana Slokam also in this and we'll proceed? So next week we can start with the. Because after the Rishi Nyasam we have got Karanyasam and deity only I will tell, because when you, at least you can think about her. Like this is the Suddha Shakti Mala mantra, and the Rishi I told is the rising sun from the ocean called Shakti. Devata is, Chandas is Gayatri. The Devata, Yenda Devate Pati idu vandirukku appadina, it is addressed to Lalita Bhattarika. She is this Lalitambikai is one general this thing. Lalita Bhattarika means she is the Adi Shakti. Lalita Bhattarika. So she is the one who is seated on the lap of Kameshwara. Kameshwaranuடைய அங்கத்துல பர்யங்க நிலையா அப்படி. She is seated on the left thigh of Kameshwara on his lap. She is Lalita Bhattarika. ayana Bhattarikaங்கிற பேர் ஏன் வருதுன்னா அந்த பரபிரம்மத்தினுடைய மகரிஷிங்கிறதுனால பட்டாரிகாங்கிற பேர். பரபிரம்ம மகிஷி, Parabrahmatinudiya Mahishi, she is the consort of the Parabrahman. That is why she is called Bhattarika. So Lalita Bhattarika, she is seated on Kameshwara because she cannot be separated. These two cannot be separated. So she is seen seated on Kameshwara. Of course, the Aim Claim Sauhu is there. Aim is the seed. Claim is the power. Sauhu is the fulcrum, Kilakam, the pivot. So the sadhaka is asking for the Khadgam here. Wall. The sword he is asking for. Okay? This will take another 10-15 minutes. Should we do this or we will do it next class? How is it? You can spare another 10-15 minutes? Okay. Dhyana sloka. So all the karanyasam, anganyasam I am just skipping and we are coming to the Dhyana sloka. Arakta bhandri netram. Bhandri netram. Trinetram. How it is split, you know? Araktabham trinetram. You can split like that and say. That is easy. Araktabham trinetram. Arunima vasanam. Ratna tatanka ramyam. Araktabham trinetram. Arunima vasanam. Ratna tatanka ramyam. Hastam bojaischa. Pasham kusha. Madana dhanus sayakair. Visphurantim. Hastam bojaischa. Pasham kusha. Madana dhanus sayakair. Visphurantim. Dhyayed. No, third line. Okay. Api no tunga. Vakshoruha. Kalasha. Luthathara harojvalangim. Second term. Luthathara harojvalangim. Api no tunga. Vakshoruha. Kalasha. Luthathara harojvalangim. Dhyayed. Amboruha. Sthamarunima. Vasanam. Ishwarim. Ishwaranam. The last line is split like this. Dhyayed amborugastham arunima vasanam ishwarim ishwaranam. Dhyayed amborugastham arunima vasanam ishwarim ishwaranam. One more time. Arakta bhandri. Trinetram. Arunima vasanam. Ratna tatanka ramyam. Hastam bojaischa. Pasham kusha. Madana dhanus sayakair. Visphurantim. Api no tunga. Vakshoruha. Kalasha. Luthathara harojvalangim. Dhyayed amboruhastam. Arunima vasanam. Ishwarim ishwaranam. Okay. Arakthabham trinetram. Araktha abdi means light, pale red. Arakthabham trinetram. She has got 3 eyes. Araktavam, her complexion is pale red. Arunima Vasana, the sari that she is wearing is red in color. Arunima Vasana. Vasana means, I told you, it is the sari. The sari she is wearing is red color. Ratna Thatankaramyam. So the Thatankam that she is beautiful Thatankam. She is beautiful or Thatankam is beautiful? She is more beautiful. Ratna Thatank. Whether we don't know whether Thatankam is called Ramyam or she is wearing the Thatankam is Ramyam. Then it can be attributed in both ways, no? So Ratna Thatankaramyam. So she is wearing a jump-studded Thatankam, which is so beautiful and which is making her more beautiful. I should say that. Astham Bhojaischa Pashankusha Madana Dhanussayakair Visfurantim. What she is holding in her hand, Astham Bhojaischa, Pasham, Ankusham, Madana Dhanush is the Karumba will, that Manmathanudeya, that will, that bow, Manmathanudeya bow, sugarcane bow, that he is, Pasham, Ikshukodhanta. So that bow she is having. Pasham, Sayakhair means that arrows. Vispurantim, Vispura, she is seen like that. She is seen in her holding her in her hand Pasham, Ankusham, Madanadhanus and Sayakhair. Apino Tungavakshoruha Kalasa Lutathara Harojvalangi. Apino Tungavakshoruha Kalasha. Apin, she is slightly bent. Apino Tunga. She is slight, Vakshoruha. The chest is slightly bent. The shoulders are slightly bent. Vaksha means chest. Chest is slightly bent. Kalasha, because why it is slightly bent? Because of the heaviness of her breast. Kalasha, like a pot it is. That is the reason she looks slightly bent forward. Kalasha Lutta. Adanala, what happens, because her chest is so big, Lutathara Haroj, the haram that she is wearing is dangling. Lutathara Haro Ujvalang, that shining haram that she is wearing is dangling because of her heavy breast. So, Abhino Tungavakshoruha Kalasha Lutathara Haro Jvalangim Dhyaye Damboruhastham, the one she is seated on the lotus. I meditate on the one who is seated on the lotus. Dhyaye Amboruha Stham, Amboruhastham, Arunima Vasanam, wearing the red sari again, red colored sari. Ishwarim, Ishwaranam, who is, she is not separate. Ishwaranudiya Ishwari. Get it? Ishwaranudiya Ishwari. I am meditating on that Ishwari who is the part of Ishwara. Ishwarim, Ishwaranam. And the Ishwaranudiya Ishwari I am meditating. This is the Dhyana slokam. One more time we will repeat and we will close this, okay? Araktabam Trinetram Arunima Vasanam Ratnathathankaramyam Hastam Bojaischa Pashankusha Madana Dhanussayakair Vispurantim Abhino Tunga Vakshoruha Kalasha Lutathara Harojvalangim Dhyaye Damboruhastam Arunima Vasanam Ishwarim Ishwaranam. We will wind up today. We will continue with the main slokam. We are starting the main stotram from the next week. We will start. Guru Pyo Namaha.